Hey, this is Moa Smokes, and today we're going to be doing the Darkside flavor overview. So this is super exciting because Darkside is a brand that we've been hearing about in the United States for years now, and previously it's been like somebody finding treasure. It's like, oh, you have a Darkside flavor? Like, can I borrow like 15 grams of it? I just want to see what it's like. Or you go to a lounge that's, Russian or European in general, and they happen to have Darkside, and you're like, yo, can I just try like one of those flavors? And part of the reason it's so popular and part of the reason it's so talked about is because they are known for making unique flavors that are super accurate to what they're trying to be. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna go through all 32 of the flavors dropping on October 27th. I'll make sure I put in the description the links of where you can get it, the vendors, all that good stuff, so you have that information. What was I saying? Anyway, so I'm gonna go through all 32 of the flavors. I'm gonna tell you the name of the flavor, what it tasted like to me, and then also putting into a category of fruit or tropical or dessert, or I'm introducing a new one. It's called herb/spice, because I realized that the more I try these flavors, the more I realize that they don't always fall into like the fruit tropical dessert box. And the only other box really that is talked about is mint, and not everything is mint if it's green. Like basil's not mint, it's an herb/spice. I'm getting ahead of myself. Basil is one of the flavors, but we'll talk about that later. I'm also going to point out any of the flavors that are like the most talked about flavors, because you always hear about certain flavors. So I'll make sure I point those out just so you guys are aware of the popular / most talked about flavors from Darkside. And then I guess that's it. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into the flavor overview and we're going in alphabetical order. So that means the first flavor that we're gonna talk about is Admiral Acbar. So Admiral Acbar was one I was really excited to try because the description of it is oatmeal with berries. I was like, I love oatmeal. I love cereal in general, and I feel like oatmeal and cereal is like weird cousin. So this is oatmeal with berries, and this is super accurate to the description. So you get the oatmeal flavor, you get a little bit of the creaminess, not quite milk, but I guess you know when you make oatmeal with water instead of using milk? It's that. So it's still great, still delicious, but you don't get like an overly creamy flavor. There is another flavor that I'll recommend that you mix this with later on when we talk about it to really get the oatmeal flavor. But again, this is oatmeal with berries. So Admiral Acbar. Bananapapa. So Bananapapa is one of the flavors that is the most talked about, the most popular, the one that you hear people talking about when they talk about Darkside. And Bananapapa is just a really good banana flavor. So when you smell it, it smells like banana Laffy Taffy. But when you actually use it in mixes or smoke it, you really get kind of a blend between a candy banana and a natural banana, which is like a really great, like perfect sweet spot for a banana flavor in shisha. Barvy Orange. So Barvy Orange actually tastes like orange juice, like straight up orange juice. So if you just pack a bowl of this and smoke it straight up, like I did when I was testing it, I was like, oh wow, I'm smoking orange juice. That's kind of crazy because you're used to like the orange flavor itself. But I feel like orange juice has a very specific taste. When you drink orange juice, you get natural orange, but then you also get like I feel like the tartness is concentrated because it's all in juice form as opposed to eating an orange. And you really get that with Barvy Orange. So this tastes like simply orange juice to me. So if you've had that, that's what this tastes like. Basil Blast. Now this one, I was terrified to smoke solo because when you're testing out these flavors, you have to try them by themselves so that they're not, impacted or altered in any way by any other flavor that's in the bowl. So I was dreading trying Basil Blast by itself, and I was really wrong. I really enjoyed the solo session of Basil Blast. Would I do it again? No, but you can if you really like basil. I really like basil. I smoked it by itself, got through a full session with Basil Blast. It was refreshing. It smells like fresh basil when you walk into like an Italian restaurant or you have it on your pizza. I don't know what else to say about Basil Blast. If you like basil, this is the flavor for you. Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter sounds like Bounty, the chocolate that's made with coconut. This is coconut cream. This is probably one of the best coconut-based flavors I've tried. This is 100% a dessert version of coconut though, because you get the coconut, but you also get like that creaminess that you're used to in the middle of the Bounty bar. There's no like almond or anything in there, but this is just that straight up cream coconut. This is one of my favorites and I use it in a lot of mixes. So I actually tried this flavor, I think for the first time a year ago, and I ran through that first container that I had. And I was so excited this was one of the flavors that was included in the US release. So Bounty Hunter. Cherry Rocks. Now, if you know me, you know there are two flavor profiles that I absolutely love. One of them is cherry. So Cherry Rocks tastes like cherry candy. Forget all of like the real natural cherry flavors. That's not this. This is 100% cherry candy. If you like cherry candy, you're gonna love this flavor. This is probably top 2 cherry flavors, period, for me. It might be number 1, just give me more time with it. And honestly, this goes really, really well with, I guess I'll tell you when I get to that flavor, but Cherry Rocks. We immediately got to the flavor that I want to talk about. So this is cola. Cola is one of the most popular Darkside flavors, if not the most popular Darkside flavors, and this is actually my favorite Darkside flavor. So cola tastes like a can of Coca-Cola. Like, this is the most accurate cola on the market that I have tried. So all those other brands and their colas, with all due respect, this is the king of cola for me. Darkside Cola. I love it with Cherry Rocks. I mix it with Cherry Rocks and Supernova, which we're gonna talk about a little bit later. And it gives you like a really authentic cherry Coke flavor. Cola is just, it's incredible by itself. It's incredible in mixes. You can get creative with it. Cyber Kiwi. Cyber Kiwi is, I guess the cyber part throws people off, but it's kiwi. And you get the tartness from the kiwi, you get the sweetness from the kiwi, and it's refreshing, and it's a kiwi smoothie. Like, you threw kiwis into a blender, you put a couple of other green fruits in there, such as like maybe a little bit of green apple, and you made a smoothie, and it's Cyber Kiwi. So Cyber Kiwi, kiwi flavor, super good. Dark ice cream. Now, just as a disclaimer, anytime I see a brand use ice cream in their flavor, I'm a little bit weary of it because I've had bad ice cream experiences and I'm slightly traumatized. Dark ice cream is phenomenal. So dark ice cream tastes like vanilla ice cream with chocolate chips. And I love the way they did the chocolate chips because it's not overpowering. It doesn't take over the bowl. Now keep in mind, I smoked this solo, and to me it tasted like vanilla ice cream with like a sprinkle of chocolate chips in there. So it was just enough so you could taste the chocolate, but at the same time not overpower the ice cream flavor, the vanilla ice cream flavor. And it goes really well with a lot of these flavors, and maybe I'll drop some mixes on my favorites for dark ice cream because I've tried a couple so far. Dark mint. Now, for me, this is one of the best mint flavors I've tried. Now, it's a modern, sophisticated, clean mint where you can really enjoy the actual flavor of peppermint, which is what this is based off of. And it's nice, it's smooth, and it's cooling. Like, you actually get coldness in there, but it's not overpowering. So you can still smoke the solo if you're a mint lover. And if you're not, you can always throw a little bit of it into your bowl if you just want a little bit of mint in your mix. Desert Eagle. Now I know what you're thinking. So far, all the names have been super accurate to the flavors. So this is not like a Desert Eagle. This is like a desert fruit, AKA cactus fruit. So that's what it's referring to. And for those of you familiar with cactus fruit tastes like, well, to me it tastes like pear and melon, but really it's supposed to taste like kiwi and melon and has like a sweet / tart aftertaste. But the flavor that I got from this was cactus fruit. And for me, it was like that kiwi pear. If it looked at like watermelon from across the room, their eyes met and they're like, yo, let's collab on a flavor. It's like, yeah, that's Desert Eagle to me. Falling Star. If you like passion fruit, if you love passion fruit, this is the passion fruit right here. This is passion fruit with mango, which is amazing because I usually mix mango with passion fruit because I really like how they taste together. This is just mango passion fruit. And the mango that they use is from another mango flavor that we're gonna talk about later, which in my opinion is one of the best, if not the best mango flavors on the market. Generis Raspberry. Generis Raspberry? I think Generis? Is it Generis Raspberry? I don't know. You see how it's written down here. You can tell me how to say it. But to me, this is a raspberry jam and it's sweet. You get the syrupy flavor. There's like that nice syrupy, like it lingers on the exhale and it's really good. At this point, I tried this solo, obviously, but I've also tried it in mixes. Man, this is, you love that mix I made with this the other day, right? Okay, cool. It's great flavor. Glitch iced tea. Now this one I was a little bit scared of because it's supposed to be a peach iced tea, and For those of you that know me, you know that I don't really like melon-based flavors and I don't really like peach-based flavors. But recently I've been surprised with the peach flavors that have been coming out and I've been happy. So maybe I just don't like traditional peach flavors and melon flavors. But now that they're finally getting it accurate to the point where it tastes like peach, I like it. So Glitch Iced Tea actually tastes exactly like a Lipton peach iced tea. So if you've had those, or if you've had the Arizona peach iced teas, like this is that. So it's peach, but it's refreshing. You get the iced tea flavor, that black tea flavor. Highly recommend if you like peach, or if you like iced tea, or if you just like really good flavors. Grape Core. Now, grape is, I feel like people either love or they hate grape. Like the people that love grape mint swear by grape mint forever. But that's a very traditional grape flavor. This is a very modern grape flavor where it actually tastes like Welch's grape juice grape. But then there's also melon in there. And it's kind of reminiscent of, how do I say this without saying it? If I had to rename this flavor, I would call it Purple Mist. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, yeah, but that's what Grape Core is. Green Mist. It's so funny, I just called the other one Purple Mist. So Green Mist, I completely forgot that was the name of this flavor. This is a citrus-based, it's supposed to be a citrus-based cocktail without the alcohol flavor. And I really enjoyed Green Mist. And it is a flavor that I actually really like by itself. And then I'm over here thinking about what I could possibly mix it with to make it even better. If you like citrus-based cocktails, this is gonna be a good one for you. This actually tastes a lot like orange, grapefruit, lemon, lime, all mixed together and made into a drink with like sugar. Guava Rebel. If you're a fan of guava or guava, Guava Rebel is the most authentic guava juice flavor I've smoked. To me, this tastes like grabbing guava juice in the streets of Egypt. This is like the authentic, make my countrymen proud version of guava. So if you like guava, Guava Rebel is an extremely authentic guava flavor. Guava. Honey Dust. Talked about this earlier. There's two flavor profiles that I typically gravitate towards, and they are cherry and honey. So I really appreciate an authentic, good honey. And this is an authentic, great honey. So honey dust actually tastes like orange blossom honey to me. So it's like lighter and sweeter. There's also like a floral undertone that's not overwhelming. I would 1000% smoke this by itself any day of the week and not complain. But the nice thing about this is because it's such an accurate honey, think of all the possibilities with just the flavors we've talked about so far. Honey dust, if you like honey, you're gonna love honey dust. Kalee Grapefruit. I think it's supposed to be Kalee. I don't think it's kale with two E's, but Kalee Grapefruit. Kalee Grapefruit smells and smokes like you are eating a grapefruit. Now, it's not quite as sour. I feel like they did a good job of taming the sourness down, but it is an authentic grapefruit flavor. So if you like grapefruit, you're gonna love this. I really like mixing this with dark mint to get like a more modern grapefruit mint. Killer Milk. Killer Milk is actually a flavor I tried a year ago at Sobe Hookah when I was in Miami. And Killer Milk actually just tastes like condensed milk. So if you like condensed milk, you like that creamy, milky, like super, how do I describe condensed milk? Like sugary milk. Now the nice thing about condensed milk is you can use it in a lot of different types of mixes. So I'll talk more about that later maybe, I don't know. But Killer Milk if you like condensed milk. Lemonblast. Lemonblast was a standout for me. I appreciate really good lemon flavors. Lemonblast is an amazing lemon flavor. You get natural with like candy lemon, and you also get the tartness and the tanginess in the Lemonblast, or in the lemon rather. So Lemonblast, super accurate, super enjoyable, and I highly recommend it. It was in my top 5 from this, but then again, I also love lemon flavors, so Lemonblast. Mango Lassi. I said I would talk about the standouts and I would talk about the flavors that are super popular and super talked about. Mango Lassi has been in every sentence that people have talked about cola in. So Mango Lassi is the most authentic mango lassi, or if you're not familiar with Mango Lassi, it's like a mango milkshake, I think. Mango Lassi is that. The mango in it is, I'm not gonna claim it for Arab countries or Middle Eastern countries because I will be fair, India also has amazing mangoes that taste very similar to Middle Eastern mangoes. Sometimes they're better depending on the season. But this is that. I don't know why I talked about mangoes for so long, but this is that. I love mangoes. This is an amazing mango flavor. It's mango cream. So if you like mango, if you like creamy flavors, this is that. So mango lassi, amazing by itself, also amazing in mixes, also a standout flavor, also a flavor people talk about all the time when they talk about Darkside, Needlz. So Needlz is actually named after pine needles because this is a pine flavor. So if you like pine, and I know that sounds weird for those of you that haven't smoked pine flavors before, pine is really good in mixes. I wouldn't smoke it by itself. If you want something different or unique in your herbal/spice mix, or if you wanted to add a little bit of something different in a traditional mix that you've made, a little bit of Needlz in there completely changes the way it smokes, completely changes the way that you experience the bowl. Pear. I know the name is like super straightforward and super simple, it's just pear, but the flavor itself is not that. So it's still pear, but it's a pear lemonade, and it's really good, really refreshing. I was a little nervous when I opened up the can and smelled it, because there is a lot of, it smells almost like an artificial pear, but then when you smoke it, it actually smokes exactly like a pear, like you're eating an actual pear. But again, it has that lemonade flavor in there as well. So it's like a pear lemonade, and I really like pear lemonade flavors. Pineapple Pulse. Now, Pineapple Pulse is a pineapple flavor meant to be an accurate pineapple, but I will say that this flavor has a tartness to it that makes it pretty unique. So if you like tart pineapple, you'll love this flavor. I was a big fan of this. Red Alert. Now, this one I was torn about before I tried because it has the name of my favorite color in the name, but also it's a watermelon flavor. I'm traumatized by watermelon flavors because I smoked exclusively watermelon mint for 3 years when I was in high school? I don't know, it's been a while. Anyway, so Red Alert, I was really nervous about, and then I tried it. And I think this is the first watermelon flavor that I actually enjoyed smoking. Like, it didn't make me feel sick. It didn't make me feel nauseous. Like, it smells and tastes exactly like watermelon juice. Like, if you took a whole watermelon, threw it into a blender, and just drank the watermelon juice, like, this is that. So it's refreshing, it's light, and it tastes like actual watermelon. Now, real quick, I'm in Miami right now. I have all of these flavors. I told you there were 32 flavors. I only got 31 of them. I'm missing one. So all of this is recorded, and then I'm gonna add right about here in the video, red tea. Red tea. So I wasn't gonna do a whole video without you. All right, so it just so happened that I didn't get red tea in time to record it when I recorded the rest of the video, but I just got red tea and I was able to try it, and Gotham got to be in the video. So red tea is supposed to be a hibiscus tea, but I did not get hibiscus in this. I got a really, really good tea flavor, and honestly, it kind of tasted like a milk tea to me. Like, even when I opened it and smelled it, it smells like milk tea. Highly recommend it if you're a fan of tea flavors. Now back to me in Miami having the time of my life. I miss those days. Space Jam. Space Jam is a strawberry and mixed berry jam, like Space Jam. And I love the name, obviously, because Space Jam is one of my favorite movies, but also I love strawberry syrup and strawberry jam. So this tastes like strawberry syrup / strawberry jam with other berries. Like, I would say raspberry, I would say blueberry, and it smells incredible. It smokes incredible. It's incredible solo, but also it's really, really good in mixes. So Space Jam. Space Lychee. Now, I really appreciate Space Lychee because I love lychee, but I feel like a lot of brands, when they do lychee flavors or lychee flavors, however you want to say it, they are overly sweet. And then I have to tone down the sweetness when I mix it. Like, I'll add other things that make the lychee less sweet so I can actually get something that's closer to a lychee flavor. This is an actual accurate Chinese lychee. So if you like Chinese lychees, I highly recommend this. I really, really enjoyed this solo. I also really, really enjoyed this in the mix that I made it with. Supernova. You can't really hear the name Darkside without hearing Supernova. So if you're not familiar, Supernova is ice. Supernova is probably the coldest ice flavor. It is cooling, 10%, maybe 5% of it in your bowl will give you all of the cooling that you need. Do not smoke this solo. Please don't smoke this solo. Do not smoke this solo. I have now warned you, don't smoke this solo. All right, cool. Waffle Shuffle. What?
That's my flavor.
That is your flavor. You want to talk about it?
Also, it tastes like a wafer cookie, the vanilla one.
The vanilla wafer cookie. That's a good one. So Waffle Shuffle to me tasted like, well, first of all, it smelled like a sugar cone, like a sugar ice cream cone, which I was really thrown off by. And then when I actually smoked it, it tastes like a waffle cone, and it tastes like a waffle cone mixed with lemon, mixed with cream. Waffle Shuffle oftentimes tastes like one of those vanilla wafers if you just had like maybe lemon on it. But I will say that Waffle Shuffle is probably top 3 for me from this batch. It's one of my favorite flavors, and I'll show you real quick. More than half of it is already gone, so that I feel like speaks volumes. Whenever I was able to get like a cheat mix bowl in, like if I was out, I would take Waffle Shuffle with me and make a mix with Waffle Shuffle. So it's heavily depleted, and this is probably the first one I'm gonna have to restock on. Wild Forest. I feel like a common theme with like 2 or 3 of these has been strawberries and mixed berries, and then some kind of like curveball in there to make it unique. This kind of fits into the same grouping. Wild Forest tastes like strawberry with mixed berries, but like as a drink. If you're ordering like a strawberry-based, berry-based cocktail, that's what Wild Forest tastes like. So you don't get any of the alcohol flavoring, but you do get it as like a mixed drink. We've gone through all 32 of the flavors. You know exactly what each of these tasted like to me. You know which category they fell into for me, and you know the release date of October 27th. Like I said in the description, I'll make sure that I add all of the links for the places that you can purchase these flavors online. I really look forward to hearing what flavors you're looking forward to the most, what you've tried in the past, what flavors from Darkside you want to see come to the United States, what your first purchase of Darkside was in the United States, all that good stuff. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna go now because I'm in Miami, so I'm gonna go enjoy that. So I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.